Bahrain has certainly been another interesting race, with the fourth winner in as many races and both Lotus cars on the podium. Why do you think the season has been as varied as this?
Well, the rule changes have clearly made the cars have all changed, and they've all become, let's say, a little bit more balanced in terms of performance. So they're very, very close together today compared to last season when we saw the Red Bull very, very dominant very early on. So the cars have changed a lot. We've also given them an extra challenge with the tyres, brought in some very aggressive choices with the softer tyres, and we've seen so far some very exciting races.
Why were the tyres such a talking point in Bahrain? Some have been saying that they are influencing the racing too much. Others think they make the race much more interesting. What is your response?
Well, last time Bahrain held an F1 race, there were 15 overtaking manoeuvres, and this time we saw in excess of 70. So it was certainly a very exciting race, and the general public really do like that. Of course, some people feel that, as you've said, in the Bahrain race, maybe it was a bit too dominant, but it's one of those races where we're at the extremities of the performance. It's a very hot circuit. We were 45, 50 degrees. We took an aggressive approach to the compounds that we took there. So overall, it was an exciting race, and we tried to make it exciting. And I think the result for everybody, generally speaking, was very, very positive.
High degradation has been another talking point in Bahrain. With this in mind, would it not have been better to bring the hard and medium compound instead of the soft and the medium? Surely tyres lasting as long as possible must be the image that a tyre manufacturer would like to send out to the fans of the sport and ultimately its customers.
Well, in this case, we were asked to try and create a new challenge for Formula One when we came to the sport. So I'm rather repeating what we probably said at the start of last year, that creating a product, by design, to be honest, to give us this type of tactical challenge and racing that we've seen is very, very exciting, is part of what we've been asked to do by the sport. So from that point of view, that's all we're doing, and as long as the sport wants us to continue doing that, then we will continue to do it. Clearly, we can make tyres last the whole race if we want to. That's very easy to do. In fact, it's probably more difficult in many respects. But then, we risk going back to the days of procession racing and the people really walking away from the sport again.
So how much have the tyres actually changed for 2012? Looking at the season so far, would it be correct to say that the changes have been quite substantial?
Well, you've got to take it in the context of a big change by the cars, and if I tell you, for example, the medium tyre is really a very light change to the soft tyre of last year, which was used in fact in 18 races out of 19 last season, you get the idea that it's not just the tyres that have changed. Okay, we're making really quite aggressive approaches by taking the medium tyre to a place like Bahrain, so we are pushing the limits, but having said that, it's a product that the teams used really for all of last season without any issues. So you've got to take it in the context of the car is also a very important factor that's changed for this year.
Barcelona, the next race on the calendar, is renowned for being another track tough on tyres, and Pirelli will bring its soft and hard compounds. What do you expect for this race? And will the tyres test, which has just finished in Mugello, have helped the teams to understand the tyres better?
Yeah, Barcelona is really a race that's dominated by the left front tyre. The left front tyre gets a lot of loadings at Barcelona, and the cars will be limited by the wear rates on the left front tyre. Having said that, the testing in Mugello, if we finish the testing with some nice warm weather, we will find that the teams have been able to develop the cars more. They're bringing big packages of updates for the Barcelona race, and you'll find that they will be let's say more on top of the challenge of getting the maximum out of the tyres and the chassis than maybe they have been in the first few races. Pretty much like last year. Last year we had exactly the same at the start. People were wondering and questioning, but we shouldn't forget, we are talking about the best engineers in the world. We're also talking about people that have the same opportunity. The tyres are exactly the same for everybody, so the engineers are rather more pragmatic, and they just say, well, it's up to us to get the best out of it.